Hey there, Capricorn. This is going to be your reading for 2023. I'm not sure if you're aware, but 2023 is going to be a very big year astrologically. There's a couple of planets that move very slowly that are moving into new signs, especially Pluto. Pluto's moving into Aquarius, I believe, and that's the slowest moving body in our solar system. It's not a planet, right, anymore, but it is a body of a big mass in our solar system that does affect us, right? So it's important to look at that. And when this planet moves signs, it's a big deal, and it's moving into Aquarius, right? And I think that's very important. It's really going to shake up because Pluto's the sign of death and rebirth. And when it's in Aquarius, it means it's talking about our society. It's talking about the structure of our society, our government, the intellectual parts of our society. And those things are going to be really looked at. And we're going to be introspective and feel that there needs to be change here. And things need to die and be reborn. Think about like when last time Pluto did this was in Aquarius, is when I believe like the Revolutionary War happened and the big French Revolution happened, and those were big upheavals of governments. So who knows what's going to happen this year, right? There's also going to be Saturn moving into Pisces, and Pisces is the last sign in the series of astrological signs, and so it's about really looking at what's working and what isn't, right? Saturn's about rules, and when it's in Pisces, we're really going to be looking at what works and what doesn't in our unconscious, by working through our unconscious thoughts. Now that might be kind of confusing, but basically it's going to help get things back on course for us because we are going to be introspective about the rules that we place upon ourselves. Okay, so that's my little speech. Let's get into the reading, Capricorn. I'm going to start by picking a card, which is going to be the general energy of the reading for 2023 for you, Capricorn. Let's just see what's going on. This is my oldest deck of cards. They're very old. They are holding on by not much. So, but I feel like this deck is just like, it has a lot of power in it. I don't know how to describe it. So let's see what we have for you, Capricorn. That's so funny. Okay. This Knight of Cups fell out, and of course I just picked it. So the Knight of Cups, this is a water card. It's about your emotions. This is Cancer. This is Pisces. This is Scorpio, right? It represents a little bit of slow movement. If you look here, this knight, he's in kind of like a deserty situation, but you can see that there's plenty of water there. It's about planting. You need to plant some emotional seeds, I think, here. You need to start looking at things a little differently maybe this year, Capricorn, and maybe this energy of this year will help you look at things, your emotions, how you process your emotions, how you take in emotions. Very important things for you, Capricorn, because you're an earth sign. I'm not sure, depending on what your chart is, your star chart, if your sun and like rising sign are water signs, then maybe you have a little bit more, you'll be a little bit more in touch with your emotions, let me say that. But if you don't have any water, then it means that this is going to be more of a challenge for you, and that is okay. For me, I'm an earth sign as well, and so emotions can be tricky for me, and so I understand, Capricorn, the need to really look at your emotions because they have a lot of power. Okay, let's get to the tarot. Now I'm going to pick 3 rows with these cards. We're going to have the first row is going to be the past, the middle row is going to be the present, and the third row is going to be the messages from your future self. So if you went into a time machine, Capricorn, and you were able to speak to yourself a year from now, what would they say to you? What advice would they have for you? make sure these are really good and shuffled. Okay. So, in the past for you, Capricorn, you have the Seven of Swords, you have the Page of Cups, and you have the Five of Cups. So, you know, 2 more Cups cards popped out here. Tricky energy for you in the past, I'm not going to lie, Capricorn. You have the Seven of Swords, which can be the lying, cheating, stealing card. It's kind of feeling like you, because this is a Swords card, it's an air card, it's about communication, your brain, your thinking process. And it's the Moon in Aquarius, this Seven of Swords, and it can be, you know, being deceitful or not saying the whole truth, or you're not quite able to use the words you want to use. You're struggling a little bit. You feel like you want to say something to someone, but you can't. It's like you're protecting yourself almost. Like you don't want people to see what's actually going on. You have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups comes before the Knight of Cups, which is your general energy, right? And the Page is kind of like that contemplative energy. All the pages are, you know, they're not moving yet. The Knights are the ones actually moving and progressing something forward. But the pages are the contemplative cards. They are the ones kind of like, this is a cup, so they're looking at your emotions. You're looking at your emotions, but in a very like, you're at the beginning stage of this. And at the beginning stage of like if you're in therapy or whatever's going on for you, it can be tough because you're having to really look at things that you don't want to look at. And this Five of Cups is, you know, all those spilt cups there. It's almost like you're looking at all the things that have gone wrong, all the emotional things that have gone wrong, arguments, fights that you've had with your loved one, and kind of like focusing on the negative rather than all the positive emotions that are there in a relationship or in a situation that you're in. You know, it can be easy to look at the negative. I think that's not our default setting though, right? Our default setting is joy and happiness. The fear comes in when we're unable to let go of things. And that's kind of what the devil energy represents, and that's Capricorn's energy. And I'm wondering if the devil's going to come out here at all. The devil represents, you know, negativity. It represents our dark parts, our shadow. And our shadow can be tricky to see. It's elusive to us. But you're going to find your shadow in other people. When you react really negatively to someone, that's because it's your ego it's saying, wait a second, that's inside of me. And it's like a response that your unconscious kind of is like pulling out. It's like saying like, I don't like this. This is stupid. When in fact you have that inside of yourself. That's why you hate it so much in somebody else. So I'm on a tangent here, but anyway, let's see what's going on right now, how you're entering the year, this new year, right? And we're starting with the Ace of Swords. That is very nice to see. The next card is the Seven of Wands. A lot of signs have had the Seven of Wands. And then you have the King of Cups. That is very nice, Capricorn. So, although the Seven of Wands, that's very tricky energy for you this year. It's Seven of Wands is defending and protecting your passion, what you really love in life, what's really inspiring you. And you know when you have to defend something that's so close to your heart, that you're so passionate about, when you're defending that, it can be scary, right? And I think what's happening here, though, is that you're finding a new way to communicate with this Ace of Swords. That's really nice to see, because I told you the Seven of Swords is feeling a little deceitful with your communication, not being able to tell someone the truth. This is the truth here. Right now, you're feeling more like you can say what's on your mind without people's judgment, because you feel like you're finding a new way to communicate. You're sitting in a new place with your communication style. And I think that's going to allow you to protect yourself a little bit better and protect your passion in life. And what's going to happen is that you're going to be able to sit into this King of Cups energy. And that's really great because you have the page, you have the king, and now you have the knight, and now you have the king. And the king is really, he knows his emotions, he sits in them so nice, you know, and he doesn't let other people's emotions affect him. He's really sitting in himself very comfortably. And he's just very open-minded, and he will listen to people, and he won't judge people for their emotions, and he won't let other people's emotions get attached to him, you know, because that's easy to happen too when you're in a dark place. So I like this for you right now. You know, I think you're going into this new year in a more positive place than you were this past year. Now let's see what the message from your future self is. So you have the Three of Wands. That's great. You have the Six of Coins. That's really nice to see as well. And then you have the Nine of Wands. So you're going to feel tired a little bit this year. You're going to feel exhausted. You're going to be working really hard. And you're really waiting for something to come to you. You feel like you've put in so much effort into something, because the Three of Wands represents waiting for your ships to come in, literally. Like, you've put effort into something, you've made decisions about something, right? That's what the Two of Wands represents, making a choice about something passionate in your life. And the Three of Wands is like, after that decision, that moment where you're waiting for approval almost. You're waiting for like the money to come in, or the fame to come in, you know? And I feel like this represents it coming in, because you also have the Six of Coins, which is the give and take of money, right? And you can see here that they're actually giving it looks like the sign Libra in his hand there. And, you know, Libra represents balance, and it's an air sign, so it's like balance and communication. But this is also a Pentacle card, so it's about your money and your career and your finances. And, you know, maybe there's a big gift coming in for you this year. There very possibly be, because you have worked. You've put in a lot of work here, and you've protected your ideas, you protected yourself, and you are feeling a little tired. And I said that a second ago. This is the moon in Sagittarius, and you know, you've worked really hard. Sagittarius is you know, a fire card. Or a fire sign, and they're very hard workers. They're very intellectual and philosophical, and they like to travel, right? But the moon is very, it's the card of, it can be very illusionary, right? Like, you're not seeing something clearly, maybe. And I feel like this year, maybe you're going to be adjusting the way you look at something a little bit. You're going to have to adjust your expectations of other people, possibly, or the expectations of yourself, what you can handle and what you can't. You might need to find a little bit of balance. I want to clarify this row here of the messages from your future self. I just want to get a little bit more information. I'm really curious about this Three of Wands. It sounds like there's something coming in for you here. You're waiting. You feel like there's some progress that you've made on something. Don't know what that is for you, but there has been some progress made, and you're just waiting for something good to come in. So the card that just popped out here was the Star, and that is your gift. This is a wish fulfillment, getting what you want out of life. Wow. You know, tarot speaks the truth. You're going to be getting your wishes, okay, this year. Now let's see if the Six of Coins it could be the wish fulfillment. And here it is, the Page of Pentacles. Here's your gift, right? You're giving and you're receiving, I believe. And that's really nice to see, because when you have a lot, you need to give. Now, what's going on with this Nine of Wands? Here it is, your Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, this is definitely something new coming in. You're not going to feel this forever, all right? This Wounded Warrior card. You're not going to feel so tired and exhausted, because you're gonna have some new inspiration. You have a couple aces on the table here, and that's very, very good to see. Okay, I want to see what's on the bottom of the two decks that I shuffled here. This Tarot of Dreams, we have the Sun. Wish fulfillment. Again, this is big energy, okay? This is being able to see something clearly. You are in your power, right? You're connected to yourself, and you sounds like you have the ability to really be connected with yourself this year. And let's see what's on the bottom of this deck. Here's your happiness, your emotional happiness, right? You're really sitting in a really nice emotional space. That's really great for you, Capricorn, because it sounds like you've really struggled. You've been through a lot, and you're still in a little bit of it with the Seven of Wands. I think that you're finding new ways to communicate, and your patience really has paid off, because you're going to be getting your wish fulfillment. Okay, your gifts are going to come in from the universe because, well, and from other people, right? You're just going to be very happy this year. You know, you're not going to feel so wounded and tired. You're going to feel inspired and happy and joyful. And when you're in that place and your thoughts are just clear and you're thinking positively, you're not focusing on the negative, you're really, because that's Capricorn. Capricorn will focus on the negative, right? So switching yourself to this and looking at something differently is really going to help you, okay? All right, Capricorn, you have a big year ahead, okay? So really pay attention. Keep an eye on the channel, all right? I'll be releasing more videos come the new year, and I really hope that you like this reading. I hope it resonated. Please like and subscribe. It helps support my channel, and I hope you have a good end of your year. Bye, Capricorn.